Hello, Internet. Welcome to the show. My name is Darren, that is AJ, and this is the DNA Sports Recap. NBA basketball.
It is my favorite. There's been some really good basketball played.
Yes. Let's start off with, let's get the series out of the way that aren't really that interesting. Let's start, which would be in the Eastern Conference. Let's talk about the Celtics and the Hawks. Celtics have a 2-0 lead in that. I see that one being a gentleman's sweep, if anything, of the Celtics over the Hawks.
Yeah, the Celtics might just full-blown sweep the Hawks.
Yeah, I was just giving them one win because Quinn Snyder.
Just because we love Quinn.
We love Quinn.
We're sorry, Quinn, but yeah. I don't know if you've got enough talent on that Hawks team to beat the Celtics in any game.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm still really shocked that he took that position. A very similar situation he had with Salt Lake.
Yeah,
I'm still surprised that he took that job mid-season, but
I think he did a great job getting him into the position to be in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's only been over that team for a few weeks now. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to take a Quinn Snyder offseason to get that team into playoff ready shape. So,
and some definite roster moves. There's a lot of rumors about Trae Young.
They just need some shooting on that team.
I think when you have the issue of defensive liability with Trae Young and
his defensive liability doesn't come so much from his lack of effort. It's purely based on his size. He's just not big enough.
No, 29 other teams would love to have him on there. So
absolutely,
it's just all about getting the right supporting cast around him. So
exactly, just getting a supporting cast that he doesn't have to be that guy that's going to be your on-ball defender every single game. Mm-hmm. You know, shut down a point guard, otherwise it's ball game. So
yeah, I mean, he is known as a coach killer. So who knows if Quinn Snyder's even coaching next year?
I don't know if anybody can be a coach killer to Quinn Snyder.
That's true.
He's a pretty tough guy.
Yeah, he'll probably quit before it happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Moving right along here, let's go ahead and talk about the other series. It's pretty much going to be a sweep, if not a gentleman's sweep. Is going to be the 76ers and the Nets. The 76ers lead that series 2-0 as well.
The reason that they're in playoff position is because you have Kevin Durant for most of the season. You make a mid-season trade, you get rid of him.
Yeah, you got Kyrie and Durant to basically carry you to a decent record, and then all you had to do was tread water to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's all they've been doing is treading water. I mean, they're about to meet their ultimate demise. The 76ers will take care of them. Yeah. I think that might be a straight-up sweep as well.
Yeah, well, hey, shout out to former Jazz man Jacques Vaughn for taking over coaching, and again, another very tricky issue with Ben Simmons.
He's still not playing, is he?
No, but he's on the team.
He just shows up
making
to
$30 million, taking $30 million. Now, there actually is one 2-0 series that is very interesting to talk about. The Kings and Warriors. Oh my gosh, has this series not been
Dude, this series has been absolutely crazy. I mean, check out our previous video where I called the Warriors to sweep.
Yeah.
To sweep the Kings, purely based on playoff experience.
Yeah, you gotta love it. No. Yeah, for sure.
But instead we've had some fantastic basketball. It's the first time the Warriors have been down 0-2, you know, in the Steph Curry era. And I'm pretty sure I saw another statistic saying that the Warriors have never come back from an 0-2 deficit.
That's true. They never come back from an 0-2 deficit, but this is not foreign to them whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
They've been down two games.
Yeah.
Being down 2 games, which is all this really is. Let's be honest. Let's not overstretch it. And this isn't the first time where they've been down 2 games and lost Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Due to a game suspension in the playoffs before. And, you know.
The big thing is you still have Steph Curry.
So let's talk about that. So they're going back home, right? Which is very interesting because we've got 2 stats that are going to be at play there. So one of these 2 stats is going to win out. Either A, the Warriors, which are one of the best home teams in the NBA this year, are going to win out. Or B, the Kings, they're actually better on the road than they are at home.
That is very interesting, actually.
So they're going to be without Draymond Green for the first game, and Chase.
Because he's suspended, right?
Yes.
For technical.
Yes, he's technically now. I don't know where you sit on this one, man. I've actually wanted to get your opinion on this. Should he have stepped on him? No.
I don't think that deserved how he was punished for that.
No.
I don't see it. I mean, chime in, leave us a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, but I just don't see it, dude.
I understand. Okay, Sabonis got a technical, right? Mm-hmm. And so did Draymond got ejected because he escalated absolutely. If he didn't grab his leg so agreed. I mean, it's when you watch the replay, he tried to cover it, but it looked like he was, grabbing in, just caught up. But he obviously held the guy's leg, and that could end a career, man.
Absolutely.
Just as easy as getting stepped on.
Yeah.
And congratulations on your Oscar nomination for that. How you sold that foul afterwards. You crying on the floor, and then you're running up and down the court 2 minutes later like it's nothing. He should have been playing soccer with that kind of showmanship.
I'm pretty sure he's probably a previous soccer player.
Definitely some theater training in that guy's past. But yeah, no, should he have done it? Absolutely not. You shouldn't have stepped on the guy. You definitely should have gotten the ref's face about it and saying, hey, this guy's holding my leg, almost tore my knee. Stomping on the guy? No. It should have been. Should that be what's going to end up costing the Warriors this series, which potentially could be the reason?
I hate to see any of those big calls happen in playoff atmospheres. Like, I mean, we mentioned it in previous videos. The NBA has all these accusations of fixing games, and it's like, you have something like this, and it's like, hey, the first chance you get, make sure Draymond Green's out of there.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. And
because the Sacramento Kings are a great storyline. You know what I mean? Coming in the 3 seed against a fantastic Golden State Warriors team, like that's a great storyline for them to win out.
Oh yeah, it would be an amazing storyline if the Kings come in and dethrone the defending champions.
They were pretty much counted out the whole season, and I mean they've just been kind of riding the middle of playoff line. They were sure they were going to make it, but you've got to let these guys play.
Yeah,
that's what we're watching for. As a fan, you're watching to see these big name players on these big time stages. Let them get their time in.
Yeah, I don't think.
And let's let them win a ball game.
You got the technical. He's allowed one more technical before he has to serve a game suspension. Let that be what happens.
Exactly.
Don't unilaterally make the suspension yourself and basically take the game and potentially the series out of the hands of the defending world champions. You have procedures for this. You shouldn't have suspended a guy for a game for stepping on him.
Draymond Green is a big time name, dude, for the NBA. Whether you're a fan of him or not, he is a big personality for the NBA. He's what people want to watch when you turn NBA basketball on.
Yeah.
He's big, he's loud, he's in your face, he's all over social media talking his opinion, like
has his own podcast.
Yeah.
Love to have you on, Draymond. If you want to collab,
well,
we'll come
let's talk about it, Draymond.
Let's
you know what I mean?
Our fee's very low. Our fee's very low.
Yeah.
We'll bring the whiskey.
Good whiskey though.
Yeah. I waste all my good stuff on you, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is a fantastic series. I look forward to seeing the next game, which is actually tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, sir.
At the time of recording, so that'll be awesome. Both teams are going to be better in that scenario because the Kings have a better road record and the Warriors have a better home record. So
that'll be a good one.
Yeah, Draymond, so we'll be interested there. Okay, so let's now move into some of the other games, and let's talk about the game that is 1-0. That's probably not going to go anywhere. It's probably going to end up in a gentleman's sweep. Let's talk about the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. The Denver Nuggets surprisingly lead that series 1-0.
Surprisingly leading.
Shocking, I know. Like I said, I don't see the Wolves having to play 2 games in the play-in to get there.
The Nuggets have been off for like almost a week now. They come in and take game 1. The Timberwolves are just out of their minds if they think that
they got a shot.
That they have a shot against a really talented Denver Nuggets team.
Yeah, the only thing I see happening is maybe a gentleman's sweep, but I think this is the first time that I remember the playoffs looking at it and seeing there potentially being 3 sweeps in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's a very good potential for, 3.
This is going to be the standard going forward with this whole play-in format where you got teams with losing records making it at the playoffs?
I think so, though. And I think that's by design. I think it's to get more fan bases involved. Just the fact that the Timberwolves are in the playoffs, where they've had a rough couple of years. They play 2 tough play-in games, and they're here.
Let's go ahead and move on to the other game. Let's the Grizzlies versus the Lakers. We have no Ja Morant for this one with the wrist, with the head contusion due to the fall that he had, which is good because I actually had people texting me and tweeting me saying, hey, did you see this? Ja Morant's going to be out with a broken hand for the rest of the playoffs. I thought that was a possibility. It looks like it's just bruised.
He just had a couple games, right?
They're expecting him
back. Okay, yeah. They're expecting him back for this series.
Yeah, he was back on the bench. He's not playing tonight. And they're also short Steven Adams, and I believe they have another player there they don't have.
Steven Adams is a big loss for that Grizzlies team because you need his physicality against Anthony Davis, who I guess he's out too.
Yeah, Anthony Davis also out. Yeah, surprise, surprise.
Check out any one of our videos where we talk exclusively about how Anthony Davis is always hurt.
And the most overrated player in the NBA, hands down.
Yeah.
Your best ability is availability. I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face. All right, well, so the Lakers-Grizzlies, okay, the Lakers are leading that series 1-0 right now. That we do have John Morant's going to be coming back.
John Morant moves that game to Grizzlies pace. That they need John Morant on the floor because if he doesn't come back, they're in deep trouble. Anthony Davis doesn't really affect anything because he hasn't played the whole season anyway. But John Morant, he's what'll make this a series. The Grizzlies are in deep trouble. They really struggle to score the basketball. Yeah, but
without him, I don't see them winning a series.
You're not going to win a series without Ja.
Let's talk about the Suns-Clippers. Good job for the Clippers pulling it out for a Game 1 win that nobody expected. Kawhi Leonard was just playing out of his mind.
Just completely out of his mind, dude. But he was off the planet.
And I would like to say that I called this, that Russell Westbrook was going to come up big for them because the Lakers traded away an ISO point guard that they were definitely going to need in this series, and he came up pretty big for them in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, he was just everything they needed. Just really being a menace on the ball. Swatting it away as they're trying to dribble, like stuff you don't really get credit for. Russell Westbrook was everything the Clippers needed to get that win over the Suns. If he can continue to turn it on, it's going to be a real long series for the Suns, dude. Kevin Durant is a generational talent, but we all know that he hasn't done anything in his career by himself. Neither has Devin Booker. Neither is Chris Paul.
There's a whole lot of with the exception of Kawhi, there's a whole lot of this is your shot, this is your opportunity. There's a lot of players on both sides,
I don't have any faith in the Clippers, to be completely honest with you.
Me neither.
I'm still surprised they're in the playoffs. I kind of said this on the last video, but I didn't even realize they were in a position to be in the playoffs this year.
Not in the play-in either, like a legit 6 seed.
Yeah, they just showed up. I mean, they've got a ton of talent. Anytime you've got Kawhi Leonard on a team, and you've got a big time player like Paul George, and this one could really go either way. Mm-hmm. The Suns could very easily turn it on, really overwhelm that Clippers team. I think if they could get some offense going, I don't know. That's gonna be a fun series to watch.
All right, let's move back to the Eastern Conference here. Let's talk the Knicks and the Cavs.
I love talking Cavs because they got my boy Donovan on them.
Donovan Mitchell, man, I think he is the overwhelming variable for the series so far. He was 11 for 30 in the first game.
Yeah.
They lose. In the second game, 6 for 11 last game. He played 38 minutes, 6 for 11. He had 17 points, 1 block shot, 2 steals, and 13 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 defensive, 1 offensive.
That was the Donovan Mitchell we needed.
That's the Donovan Mitchell line right there.
Yeah.
The guy who's not trying to win with hero ball, because when he does, he loses. Especially going up against a guard like Jalen Brunson, who is going to be on you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the last game. He was 11 for 30, I believe. Shot below 30% for the game, or around 30%. Here, he's shooting 54% on 11 shots. You want to talk about efficiency, 40% from 3. He was 3 for 4 from 3-point, so 75% from behind the arc.
I just really feel like Donovan needs to lead that team from the front, though. I mean, he's the only player on the Cavs that have been to a semi-meaningful playoff game. Until you go deep into the roster, obviously Ricky Rubio and some past years has been there. Players like that, but
Ricky Rubio and Howell Neto. Howell Neto did get 3 minutes, did not score, did not take a shot. Ricky Rubio didn't play, coach's decision. But yeah, this is the type of Donovan Mitchell you need. You need him to lead the team, and this is exactly how he's doing it. He knows that they're going to shut him down. Hats off to Donovan Mitchell for being willing to
adapt on the fly.
Fly and not play hero ball. I don't know how much that was the coach, how much that was his decision to do, but the fact that he only took 11 shots in that game.
Yeah.
Knowing that he was going to be swamped. I think
he's going to have to dish it, If double teams are coming, get the ball out quick.
He plays like that. I think the Cavs win the series if he plays like that. If he plays like he does in Game 1. When you're giving the other team that many possessions because you're shooting 30 shots and you're only making 10 of them.
It's a lot of rebounds.
That's a
lot of possession changes.
A lot of possession changes.
What do you think about the Bucks losing Game 1?
I'm not surprised that they lost Game 1. When Giannis went out,
it changes everything.
It changes everything.
Yeah.
You take Giannis off of that team. They're talented, but
yeah, I mean, it's not that he's fantastic. He's not a fantastic shooter. You know, like from anywhere on the court. He's not great at, passing the ball and finding open players.
No.
He's just good at being there and distracting everybody, because when he has the ball, he's a demanding presence. You have to be there. You got to have a body on him. You better send another body, otherwise he's dunking it over 2-3 guys.
And the fact that it was 130 to 117, that's a big differential.
Yeah, that's a big
Miami,
win, dude.
Miami handed it to him.
I mean, I didn't think Miami was going to get out of the play-in.
No, they didn't look great. But as far as Miami goes, when it came to that game, you got Jimmy Butler, who was 15 for 27, 55% from the field. He had 35 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. I mean, the guy just took over the game, man.
Yeah.
He saw an opportunity with Giannis out, and he did not look back, which I think is fantastic. Great job. But yeah, so that's pretty much it when it comes to the NBA. Look forward to seeing what's going on for the rest of the first round. Who do you think comes out between the Suns and the Clippers? Do you think the Suns?
I think the Suns pull it out.
Okay. The Warriors and Kings. Who do you think gets out of that one?
I think the Warriors pull it out in 7.
Agreed. I think they do.
Yeah.
They've been down 2 games before, and they always pull it out. Cavs and Knicks.
Cavs.
Agreed there.
Yep.
And whatever good one we have. Oh, Bucks and Heat.
Even without Giannis, I think the Bucks can still pull this one out, just because they have Joe Ingles.
Of course, Joe Ingles. He's
Joe Ingles could save the whole thing.
He can. And last series, the Grizzlies versus Lakers. What do you see going on in that one?
I don't want to even have to pick this one. Can they both lose? Is that an option?
You know, you said it yesterday. You love John Morant. You don't like on the Grizzlies. Dillon Brooks. You don't like Dillon Brooks, but you hate the Lakers more. I hate Dillon Brooks more than I dislike the Lakers.
Okay.
So I would rather see the Lakers come out of this one and get dominated by whoever plays in the next round.
That's exactly. If the Lakers come out, that's exactly what will happen.
Yeah. So and I would really love to see the Kings I'd really love to see the Warriors versus the Grizzlies. I would love to see that series. That would be awesome. But
I actually do agree with that.
Yeah.
Warriors and Grizzlies would be a fantastic series.
Yeah, let's will that to happen, folks. Let's do that.
Willing it into existence right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us here. I believe that's everything we have on the NBA. Remember, folks, if you are watching this on YouTube, keep in mind our full episode will be available as a podcast on YouTube's podcast, also wherever else you find your podcasts.
Yep, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you think, what you want to see coming up.
Yep, absolutely. Once again, my name is Darren, that is AJ, and this has been the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.